What's up, gamers? How you doing? It's John. In this video, I want to talk about Missile Command. More specifically, there's a new miniature scale Missile Command, fully functional, by New Wave Toys. They've been doing these 1/6 scale arcades for some time now. They have Street Fighter 2 and Tempest, among others. Awesome, and they're really high quality builds. And there's two that just came out. There is the original one, and then there's a more limited edition. This is the field test version as well. Both just came out. I just got these in the mail. It's late October. Super excited to check these out. They're really cool. I love Missile Command. It's one of the most iconic games that Atari had done. Really successful. They had sold over 20,000 arcades back in the 80s. Came out in 1980. So this arcade, the arcade itself is over 42 years old, which is crazy to think about. Makes me feel old. Think of that. But let's take a closer look at each one. There are some differences, right? The field test is definitely taller. It's got a larger kind of marquee, fully lit up marquee, which is awesome. There's dip switches, which you can change the settings and the difficulty. The artwork, for the most part, is the same on both sides, as you can see. And they're fully functional rollerball, which is awesome, and buttons. And if you haven't played Missile Command, I really highly recommend checking it out. It's a really fun game. They are lithium battery charged, so the batteries will charge. I'm not quite sure how long the battery life lasts. I don't know how many they produce of the original one, but I know of the limited edition one, they did 2,500 of them. They're all individually numbered, and this one is number 783 out of 2,500. But really, I mean, made out of wood. Let's take a closer look at each one. They do come in a nice clamshell box that kind of opens and closes, which is cool, so you can store them in the box. And there are some differences. So this is the original one, and to my left here, you're right, this is the field test. You can see the tops are also different. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look and go from there. Thanks, guys. So each one, besides arcade, of course, the miniature arcade, it is about on a 12-inch scale. So this one, the field test one is 12.8 inches, and the standard one is 11.3 inches. So the field test one is taller, as I mentioned before. They also do come with instructions, which is helpful. Kind of show you, how to power the thing on and how to set it up and all that good stuff. Now, it doesn't have an HDMI out, which previous models they've had of other arcades, they've had HDMI out, so you can hook it up to your TV as well. This does not have it. It does have a charge. Speakers, this is your on and off right here. This is your volume. Let's turn on all the way. That's kind of full volume. Now let's turn down a little bit. One thing I did notice, which is really cool, this is new to this particular model of arcade, is they did add like kind of a dome CRT feature, which it kind of is curved. Now it causes some glare, as you notice here, but there's no scan lines, but it does feel like it is playing on a CRT monitor because it's kind of warped. So that is very cool. Both models have that. Another big difference is the field test version does have 3 coin here mechanisms, and the standard one does not. I've hit the right button here. This takes you to a test here. Let's go check it out. This is your test. Hold on. Let's hit it. I hit it twice, so let's go back to it. You can kind of see it's a little warped. You can change your setting brightness here, right? You can turn on and off. You can make it darker. You can turn the control the marquee on or off. You can turn off or on. Track sensibility, you can do medium, high, or low. Trackball on. Attract mode you can turn on, so when it's not playing, it will just do attract mode, which is automatic standard. Number of cities, you can have up to 6. Bonus cities score, and you can reset. Okay? Let's check out some gameplay. Okay, so I'm going to show you some gameplay, and again, I apologize for the glare. That's one of the negatives about the new kind of CRT look they're going for, because it does cause a glare. The camera does make the glare appear much worse than it does in person. I will say that. I got the volume turned all the way up. The difference I also want to note between this and this is the standard version, by the way. Let me turn the volume down real quick. This is standard version. The field test version is these buttons here. Standard version is black, where the field test, they're gray. So it's a little subtle difference. I really like the feel of the rollerball. Let's go and turn it up. There's several things you have to worry about in this game, right? Just like a lot of classic Atari games back in the day, easy to control, hard to play. These games were quarter eaters, right? Because they wanted people to put a bunch of quarters. Now, missiles are going to be firing down. You got to protect your bases. You have 3 different guns here, and each gun has X amount of missiles, so you got to kind of watch out. These are your controls, so each button here controls each of your guns. So you have to kind of be aware of when you blow up, use a missile rather, it kind of blows up in a circle. and they're going to be, the goal is to destroy the incoming missiles, right? If the missiles you don't hit you, they will either blow up your gun, they could blow up your missiles. If you run out of missiles, you're kind of SOL, you're going to be dead essentially. And that's how you lose the game. You lose all your missiles and all that good stuff. So let's go and hit credit. We'll add the coin mechanism for credit. And we'll hit first player here. It's a 2-player game as well. You take turns playing 2-player. Really nice feel for the rollerball. And a lot of strategy involved as far as how you're going to launch your missile, where you're going to launch your missile, and kind of anticipating the incoming missiles and how they go and all that good stuff. Let's see. Now also later stages, there's like planes and UFOs you get. See, I just had some guns. My guns were just taken out there. Fortunately, when you pass a stage, you get those guns back, those missiles back, right? There is a UFO. You get points for that. Now, the incoming missiles do get progressively faster and faster. That's why the rollerball is nice, because it's pretty quick to action. Now, admittedly, I am not very good at this game. So you just blew up one of my guns. At the end of each level, it'll also tell you how many guns you have left, right? So 4, you get points for how many left. So you get points for blowing up missiles, you get points for blowing up different various UFOs or spaceships, etc. But you also lose points, or you don't get any points if you lose all your guns. So, where's my cursor? I'm playing through the camera, so bear with me. Oh, see, I'm out. You hear that high-pitched noise? That means I'm out. I'm all out. So I've used them all, right? So you gotta be careful there. Man, I only have one gun left. One gun left. That's not good. Or base, rather. Once I lose on my base, I'm done. Ugh. I was gonna take out my base there. Dang. So yeah, you gotta definitely protect the bases, protect your guns. Game is challenging, but it's a lot of fun. It does get a lot of fun for sure. They did a really good job. New Wave Toys did a really good job with this. Let me know what you guys think. What other mini arcade games would you like to see made on a 1/6 scale or 1/4 scale, what Quarter Arcade does? Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for leaving a comment. Thanks for sharing this. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and of course, game on.